Bonjour. Hi. I guess it is what it is. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just put this and like, you know, prep my stuff. And there you are. Already. Oh, I should maybe let me go this. I just need to bring some repos and set up something. How are you, everybody? Stony is here. GT is here. I think, yeah, I'm 1 hour late. I was in my head. I should have start streaming earlier. How's everybody? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How are you? Is 2026 better? My holiday was good. Better than expected, honestly. Well, not I was not expecting it to be bad. But it was the first kind of holiday where my daughter was not with us because she's grown up now and she was working, so that was kind of like, eh. But we had time with her, and then the travel was good. We had not the perfect condition to travel, but it was good. Low key, it's good. Ah, it's good, right? Vinland Saga. I think I just start season 2 yesterday, I think. Oh, man, you're kind of like rushing it. I think maybe I need to check. Let me check. I'm watching it on Netflix. Oh, I'm not set up on Netflix on this laptop. I'm not set up. Well, let's bring my... Which episode am I? You binge? No kidding. Come on. I read a lot during the holiday. Let's see. I'm at episode... Season 2. Oh no, I have more episode watch. I'm at episode 7 in season 2. That's like the one I need to watch. Yeah. I'm in front of the camera, so I you know, I want to be explicit. Yeah. By the way, if you have Claude, hammer it. I'm not sure I understand what hammer it is. Like kill it? They broke usage. Or like go 200%. I'm not sure I follow. Sorry. Bad. Oh, use those tokens. Okay. No, I'm not paying for Claude. Okay. So why did I miss? Is it like today's news or it's like old news? It's no news. Okay. Okay. You're giving me a scoop. Oh, meaning that it's good? That's what you mean? Yeah, I saw you playing with Claude, right? Oh, but like, are you paying for the subscription? I mean, I use it through Copilot. Okay, so I'm using Claude through Copilot often. I like that model. I use that model. I use Growfast. I use GPT. I change. I try to change. But I have my I pay for GitHub Copilot like premium or whatever. Not the highest, but like one that give me credits. Well, you know, like I have Reka, so that they count usage, but they let it go. They let it go, and I have like an internal, but like even Reka has like they let you consume a lot. They may throttle you if they see you're abusing, but like if it's just chatting. Okay, I need this. I need to clone a few things. I can share my screen. You know what? Let's start by kind of like a little bit of show and tell, since we were talking about the holiday. I worked on. Well, but that's old news. This is new news. So during the holiday, what I did is I work on this. So let's put it in the chat. Cloudflare Traefik. So I wanted to, so I have my mini PC at home and I run some container stuff, and obviously most of my things go to the cloud. But sometimes, like, because it's not ready, because I'm the only user, so I like, for example, my my URL, not my notebook mark, like I'm the only user, so like I don't need it in Azure, right? So I'm like, oh well, I will put it on here. So as long as I'm at home, it works perfectly. But then when I'm elsewhere, I cannot access it. So initially what I was using Cloudflare, and I was creating, so I had like I was running in a container, a Cloudflare connector, I think they call it. So now Cloudflare was having access to my server, and I could go in Cloudflare and open tunnel, like specific apps, say, hey, when you type, and let's say my domain is like cloud 5 minutes, right? c5m.ca. Where is it? Like, okay, my domain is c5m.ca. So now let's say I want an app that is called test. I was opening one tunnel declaring, okay, for tests, this, go to that, and then like my 192.168 blah blah blah, you know, the IP of my server, the internal IP of my server, and the specific port for that specific container go there. So like I needed to go in Cloudflare every time and be specific with the port and everything. It works, but every time you want a new app or a new container, you need to kind of like poke a new hole in your security, right? And I knew Traefik, so Traefik is a very cool tool. Is it? I'm tempted to say it's it's an application proxy. I wasn't sure if it was like reverse proxy was like too. I was limiting what it can do, but so you can run that. So I run now Traefik inside a container also. I think I did here. So yeah, so I have a Cloudflare, and I put, instead of like going specific for what earlier I was like saying test, now what I did is a wildcard. So I have like my asterisk. So it's like anything coming, go to, and I'm sending it to Traefik. I'm sending it to my specific container there. So for that one, I'm specific. But then for every container I create, I had labels, and that inside Traefik will redirect them to specific container without having port mapping. So, because, you know, at some point I was like, well, okay, I'm trying 8080. Oh no, that one is taking. Okay, 8181. Oh, that one is taking. 8282, 8182. And then it started to be like a big mess. And there's stuff that I don't want to exposed. I don't know, like I rip all my music CD so I could play music here. I don't want to get the risk to get that public and then like get, you know, get in trouble, or like family photography. I don't want that exposed, like it's family stuff, like why people would see like the internet inside my house and the family and stuff. So, you know, I want to keep those private, but I want to expose other because they are cool. No, you brought No Mercy. Yeah. Do you manage also music for No Mercy? That's cool. Right now I'm on Jellyfin. I think I will definitely give it a try. Is it stable now, your stuff? I was always intended to do it. Congrats GT with your score already. And I'm just borderline not lending. So anyway, so now when I create, and by default, I put all the container where they are. So that's Traefik. So that's the Traefik container. And when I create a container, it's a for an Nginx container. Let's go in the corner so I could show it better. It works with the little TLC. What's TLC? Trouble, light, something, something. Does it run in a container? I'm not installing anything. I'm running it in a container. But yeah, so tender. I like happy to give it a shot, but yeah, I need a container. So yeah, so now when I create a new container, I put those three labels. So the first one is to enable it, because by default, all new container are blocked. So like they're not exposed. So this say, okay, treat that specific one. And then you specify a router. So this, here it's Nginx test. That's the name of a router. This need to be unique by container. So okay, so the rule is, and then like you specify the rule. So now if I type test.cf5.ca, then it will go to that container. And then here I specify web, it means it's just like regular web. I don't, to be honest, it's there. I use it a bit, but most of the time I'm on Spotify. But yeah, like happy to give it a, like, I really like what you do with No Mercy, honestly. Often when I want good music and code, I put you on the side and, you know, look at what you do and stuff. So yeah, so what I did is then, because I was really close I finished during the holiday like a playable version of 2D6 Dungeon app. Yes, you heard it right. So now you could run 2D6 with a Docker container. It will create the 3 containers and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that would be cool. I need to install it so people could just play without installing it, because, well, even though I did that for, like, you know, for fun, walking the talk, trying tech and stuff like that, like, there's people that are waiting and want to play to that. In fact, there's even someone that reached out and say, hey, I was about to create a game and then I saw your repo. So I was like, okay, I want to do that, and then I will use this to expose it. So I did it. So now, and like I did this because I wasn't sure at some point it was not working. I was like, is it because like doesn't like numbers in the router, maybe? So so yeah, so it's there. Like this is not the domain I'm using. I bought a new domain. So if we try that, it won't work, I think. Yeah. But like I was like, yeah, if I put that, like people will just like maybe hammer it like it's a mini PC. So I said maybe I need to put some authentication before. So like, and I allow only some people. I don't know. But I was pretty happy, so to not forget about it, so I could Google myself later. I wrote that blog post, and maybe to save some people the effort. I did that. So next step will be to have like a Keycloak container added to the mix. And I did start a while back setting it up, but it took me forever to understand what I did, so that's why I was like, okay, no, I need to put the docs together. So I wrote that. So feel free to give it a try. Why that image is so blurry? It was clean. Interesting. So the bigger image is clearer than the small image. Interesting. You know the test account? No, I don't. What else? And another thing I did just before. Cool. You wanna send it by Whisper so I have it after my stream? Because right now, yeah, if you can just like send it to my Whisper or Discord, whatever is easier for you. Yeah, I am on Discord. I have my own server where nobody goes because I'm not there enough. But yeah, F shows, I'm on Discord. I think the link is below to my Discord. So yeah, so I was happy to do this, and then I also, and that's what I want to share with you. So if I go, I'm not sure if I share that with you guys. If I go Reka AI, so just before Christmas we publish this video showing how you can let's also share it into the cool, thanks. So like this is Henny, and she's managing, like, I think I just received your friend request. Indeed. So you pinged the right guy. Yeah, so she's managing the Reka clip. So it's a tool where we use AI to clip stuff Right now, there's a lot of people clipping, so I was like, hey, like, it would be cool to like have a tool with n8n, because I'm using n8n. I was using it to ingest a bunch of data, and I was like, hey, let me try something. So I built a tool that ingests automatically, like as soon as there's a new video published on a YouTube channel, it will generate a clip by AI. So AI will find the best moment in the clip, clip it, and then send you an email to let you know that the clip is ready to download. So I did that in this. So like here, so okay, let's try to install it. So let me go. Well, I did write a blog post also about that. Where is it? Yeah, here. So like there's two flows. There's one where like it's checking for like a new video, and then it like kind of like ask the request, and the second flow is checking every, forgot, 10 minutes, something like that, if it's ready, when it's ready, because you know the jobs start on the Reka server side, because you know like when there's a new video, then Reka will download the video locally, start indexing it, and then like doing some generation, finding the best moment and stuff like that, and then like generating a new video. Like, so like maybe your video was horizontal, then it will generate like a shorter, you know, a clip, but horizontal. So like there's editing, video editing to do. So like it takes time, right? So every, I forgot, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or like 15, 30 minutes, and then like when it's ready, it sends an email. And I did that, and it's pretty cool. It works fine. Oh, that's fun. I didn't put, why did I not put that as, that's weird. I need to change, edit that. So I did that. That's pretty cool. But looking at her, like I did so much Logic Apps and Power Platform, and even before that, like Best Hawk, that this kind of like concept for me, not that it's easy, but it's clear. I know what I'm doing. I know why we should be split, and you know what the kind of things that I need to expect. And like even at Reka right now, like I'm doing that, ingesting YouTube analytics and GitHub analytics and bunch of stuff. So, but I felt like for her, that's not our jam. So I was a little bit complex. I was like, instead of like having all of that, I think it would be cooler, because here I'm using like, you know, it's a HTTP call. So I'm just like, okay, let's do a HTTP call. But you know, you need to know the URL, and you know, you need to know a little bit tech. And I was like, that would be cool if it was all done for you. So you need to create a custom node. So I did some reading, and I give it a try. I think my last day before my time off, my holidays, but it didn't work. I was yeah, that's me. I touch a button. Good call. Thank you. So I should be back now. I pull on my Stream Deck, and doing so, I push a button. Pushed a button. Yeah, nice to see you. First time on the chat. Happy to have you on board. I was working on my work laptop, and I did the Hello World stuff. And the Hello World it's using, so like there's a tutorial where you create a NASA thing. So I did that. I was like, cool. So now let's try to build like one with Rekka. And that's why I was late, because I was, concentrate, and like stuff was not working. So I think I will copy the repo. I will copy my Hello World repo. So do I need that? I don't think I need that. I need to have my notes, because I have a few code snippet that will save time. And I think I could just like have the repo with yeah, I think if I have the last repo, we should be good. What is Rekka? You keep saying it. Project Rekka is the company I'm working for. Good question. Rekka.ai. It's an AI company. We are a model trainer, a little bit like OpenAI and all the others. And like right now we are a startup, so there's a lot, like we have APIs. So it's a little bit different of OpenAI, because you cannot like run it locally yet. We're planning to do that, but right now it's only through API, but mainly it's free. So you could have your key. If you go, you can go to, if you go from here, you could go, I think, Playground. Well, you know what? The easiest way is to go docs.rekka.ai. I'll put that in the chat. And then if you go platform, that will ask you to register. You could use your Gmail or whatever you want. And then it will give you a key. That key is a free tier key. So you have every month tokens that you could use. And I will give you access to all our APIs. So there's the research API. On this stream, we build a few tools with that. So research, it's a multi-agent that will search online the web for you and return with a specific format. So you say, hey, I'm looking for a tech event, and I want the URL, the name of the event, the starting date, end date, and the price, or whatever. And then it will, and then the topics, whatever, So then it will go online, search based on the criteria, and come back with the information. You could block some domain. Let's say you don't want it to look on Facebook, or you could say, hey, look only on that specific domain. So sessionize, I don't know if you're looking for example, for call for paper or something like that. So it will do queries and things about that and return the results. So that's research. There's chat, regular chat that are in fact, we're using it so as an interface with other APIs internally, but it also just like ChatGPT kind of things. So you could chat with it, ask questions and things like that. And if you want to just try it without like doing like tech API call, you could go in the playground and you will have all those. So like you could search and file, you could search. I'm always saying online, but like you could search also in Google Docs. There's the chat, so you could use it just to chat. And there's the speech where it will take a sound file and like script it but in different language. And it's currently the best one I know online, super fast, and what's the word? Timing is better than other tools. And the one we'll be starting today using, and there's a lot of feature in it, is vision. So we're really strong in vision, not to generate. We're not generating images, but we're understanding images and video. So both static images and videos. So right now we are involved in multiple security stuff to detect, for example, fight, or if someone is trying to steal something and things like that. So we understand the context and things like that. So it's different model, but the public model is pretty cool. So you could use it to analyze and say, hey, like what's happening in that video? Or let's say someone recorded lesson, a class. You could say, hey, create me learning like a quiz, a pop quiz about the like what was presented in that video. So I could learn it, and then it will do it. So you could do that. I still want to know what the unique part of this specific multimodal. So it is our own model. Do you have much skin? Do you have much skin in the game or just work there? I'm not sure I get it, Cody. Like I work there. I'm a developer advocate, so my role in it is to make stuff using it. And then if I think it doesn't work, or maybe like it's too slow, or like for the API, like I don't know, like I found like, oh, like that's weird a little bit compared to other things like that. Then, or like documentation is not up to date, so I will update the documentation or reach out to the product team and work with them to see if we could. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm an employee. That, well, I have stocks. It's a startup, so usually, yeah. I don't know. I've been there for 6 months. Before that, I was working at Microsoft. Yeah, so I think what will be, hey, yeah. Ça va bien, ça va bien. I have no clue who's Yaya though. Do I know you? I feel like I should know you. I'm sorry if I do and I forgot. Okay, maybe that's why. Well, nice to see you again. Did I answer all your question, Cody? About Rekka? So yeah, so that's one thing. And now I just start working on, where is it? Yeah, so 2D6 dungeon, like that's not what we'll be working, but I finished that also. I was pretty happy. So now there's doors, you can move it. Like there's a turn when you do a battle. I will switch between the creature, like the enemy, the monster, or you. Right now, the only bug that bugs me is if the screen is zoomed too much, it crash. But like it's not my fault, meaning that it's the library I use that doesn't support some things. I will have to investigate. My solution right now is I will probably, this section of like that screen here, that's the combat screen, so I'll probably reduce this so like it will take less space, and I think I think I will work around the issue. I have no idea if like fixing the issue will be hard or not, but yeah. So I'm pretty happy. Now I need to specify that the door, you know, like now, like I'm getting to like real issue. So looking forward to get back to it. But on Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's AI stuff. So today we're doing AI. So we're not doing 2D6 stuff. Yeah, so right now we are launching pretty soon. So like right now, like it's open. Like we do auto clip right now. You could do that. I used it a few times. We are also sometime. If I go Reka on a YouTube channel, in the shorts, when you see that logo, you could remove it, but obviously I wanted to show that it was using the tool. It works pretty good. So I'll finally clip and use it. And right now, we're having in like a closed beta preview, like live stream clipping. And I think we work with Speed. Speed is not his full name, but it's a big streamer on Twitch. And yeah, like so, like Reka clip is generating automatically clip of the stream. But like there's a full community. We have a full Discord where you could clip and share the clip and get money and stuff like that. So that helps us understanding patterns and see how people are using it, because sometimes you build a tool thinking like, oh, people will do that, and then they do something else. So we learn a lot from that. But yeah, so we have a clipping tool, and like that's what I want to do today. So the thing I was showing earlier with the two flute, that's an auto clipping tool, but I just want to make it a little bit easier so people without any skills could use it. Yeah. So right now, I think if I go here, oh cool, I have it. Okay, excellent. So now I can pull that, right? So I think I have all, what? Oh no, I want this one. Okay, cool. So now I could open it. And this morning I was watching, well, I watched the beginning of it, and the video was like, hey, like I searched for .NET on Linux and found nothing, so look like nobody's using it. I'm on Linux, by the way. So I'm back on Debian. I've been rocking Omarchi for a while. Just for like simplicity, I went back to, for stability, let's put it that way, I went back on my laptop having Debian, but I created a VM with Omarchi. So maybe on Friday I will code from inside that VM so we could be in Omarchi. And I did mimic a lot of stuff. So for example, to open a terminal now it's just like Windows, well, like super enter, and then to close it super W. So I liked a lot of stuff the way it was done in Omarchi, so I just kind of like mimic it here. I also have, I install i3 Windows Manager, so it's a, and I use that too. As a developer, I'd rather you expose the unique model and tell me about them versus the multi-model on top. Well, we build our own model, and for the vision having, or for the research, the multi-model is because you have specialties, and to avoid the hallucination and stuff like that. So you have multi-agent that will be kind of like focus on stuff. So that's why it's a multi-model, and for vision a little bit too. But for you, in terms of like developer, you just say, hey, I want this in that video, and you get the answer. So right now, in the public APIs, it's a general, like it's specific for, like if you treat for video or for photo, then it will be focusing on photo or video. It won't be like the chat generic one, but that's it. It will be just like photo, and like it won't be as good for detecting security stuff. If you are interested to have the security stuff, then you need to be a client, and then you have customs model. So let's say you specialize in I don't know, dental stuff, then we'll tweak the model for you. Yeah, I know it's a new project and I didn't enter description, CB. I know. So but using the public API in a free tier, you get like the more generic models. But they are still custom and like good, but like not fine-tuned. Like I cannot say any client names, but let's say like let's say the FBI. Let's say the FBI was our client and they were like asking for a very specific detection for like stuff. Then that will be for them. Like using the free tier API, you cannot use that. You have the free version. And if you want to play with those, like what language are you programming in? Are you like Python, .NET? I think I have also something with TypeScript. Python is good. Okay, so then let's go, because we have a few samples. If you want to look at code. Python. Yeah. So in there we have, no, that's the SDK. Sorry. It's good, it's the SDK. You don't need a SDK, that's just easier. But that's not what I was looking for. API, example Python. That's the one I was looking for. Cool. I'll add it to the node at the same time. So that's the one you want to look in. So in it, you have a few. If you want to look, you could go at Roast My Life. So that one is doing using visions. So you take a YouTube URL, you put it there, and like it will roast the person in the video. Like, you know, if you want enter, like not too long, try to have like 5 minutes video. If you take like 30 minutes video, it will take forever. And I think right now, because it's a free tier, I think it's capped at 1 hour. I think maybe 2, I forgot the max. Yeah, so most of the time when I do those demos, and we have like a workshop, I wrote that. That's in Python. If you're interested for the search, then Event Finder is using the search. And if you just want notebook, there's those, though it's been a while, so I'm not sure, like, I didn't check if they're still working. I know, oh, I need to check. I know we added like a proper version, so we changed the base URL, so now there's v1 in the URL. Before it was missing, and we had it now for Vision, so I don't, like, if they are using Vision, raw HTTP, I don't know. I think those one are like using research. I think the only one using Vision is Roast My Life, so you should be good. Okay, so that's good. Now though, I'm not even sure if I did install Obsidian on this computer. I didn't. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's not installed. Man, there's a lot of digital friends. The screen is packed of them. Okay, so let's move this here. I will open my vault. It's asking me my username and I'm typing a password. Let's go here. Oh yeah, it's true. I need to fix that. I'm still running in the cool. So now I have my notes. I can come back here like that. I don't need you yet, though. What is it? Restart. Hey, from YouTube, Karen Sayeta. Hello, hello. Well, we will be building a custom node to that will help us clipping videos using AI. And I did already kind of like the workflow using n8n. n8n is a flow open source free tool, but like you could also have it, like if you want to pay, have it run in n8n.com, but you could run it locally. So that's what I do usually. I run it in container, but like you could install it also, like having a series of nodes, and you could do a bunch of automation with that, and you can also use AI in it. So I will use that to automatically clip stuff. Yes, I host n8n for myself, so it's not exposed. I could expose it if I want, but what I do usually is I run it inside a Docker container. So are you technical, or you're like, is Docker too wild for you? And it's fine that it is. You could install it on a computer, just like, install it like we install all applications, so we'll be running. I didn't want to do that because I knew I will probably have like my version where I run my stuff, and like a dev version where like I'm building things in it. So that's why I'm running it inside a container. So this way I have kind of like closed environment, but and it's not that complex. You'll see, like I will start a Docker container pretty soon. In fact, I have it here. So like that's why I wanted to have my notes. That's the command I'm using. I'm using Podman on my other computer. I think here, I'm not sure if I have Podman or if I have Docker, but I'm using it. I did remap the port because, like I said, it's my second instance of Docker, of n8n on that machine. And I'm building a community package, so I'm enable it here by true. It's a little bit small, huh? Let me try if I can make it bigger. And if I close this, voila, that would be better. So, like this, I'm enabling that, and then that's what I want to investigate. I know it works if I go and specify like the specific folder. That way it's easier for me, instead of like importing it, I just kind of like map the folder where my code is. So I just compile, and then like in the n8n, it's there, right? But like the proper way will be to package it and import it. But just because I'm doing it, that cycle is kind of like very frequent, so mapping the folder. So I know if I'm going very specific, if I go there, like mapping, like, okay, like the custom folder, the node module, and like my specific module, it works. But I don't know if I go here, it doesn't. And I don't understand why. That's what I was investigating before starting streaming. Okay, cool. I know, like if your plan is to have multiple people to have it, well, you could expose it internally. Let's say it's for your company. So you have a server, so like many people can have it. But if you want to access it from the web, then you could use the hosted version, the paid version. And then you have support and stuff like that. So I'm assuming they, like, if there's vulnerability, security issue, they will fix it. But I don't. I mean, my instance has access to the web, but the other way around is not possible. So it's fine. So yeah, so I'm not even sure if on this computer I have like node and everything. I think I want to create a profile. Did you land again? GT. Like you have like you're getting, what's the word I'm looking for? Threat? Is it threat? Menace from the digital friends. We'll jump with you next time and we'll bump you aside. Yeah, I think I want to create a profile. So I could have a bunch of extensions that are proper to Node. I thought it was here, a profile. So I want to create a new profile. Oh, perfect. This. There's icon. What should it be? Linux? What's a good icon for a JavaScript and Node? A node? The chart icon, you think? Okay, where is it? Here, that one? The pie chart? Or that one? Which one do you say? If you go which line and which position, I will pick that, the one you say. The first column, fifth row. So that one. The graph line. Okay. I like it. Yes. We'll go with that. So let's create that profile. Cool. Hey McNett, hello, hello. How are you? How was your holiday, my friend? Thank you. Karen? Is it Karen your first name-ish? Can I call you Karen? Or Karen, I guess, if I say it in English. Sometimes I say names weird because my native language is French, so I tend to kind of like twist the name. It was relaxing. Well, I'm glad, because often holiday time is not that relaxing. For me, it wasn't, and then it was, because we travel, like we had like a lot of like ice rain here, like we had like a lot of like ice, so we travel 2 days, even 3 days. Was it through 2 or 3 days earlier because like we didn't want to be on the road while it was raining, neither after, because like it's a mess. So we travel before. So then we arrive here and was like, well, we don't have anything until like the 1st, so we had more time to chill, and nothing planned at home because we were supposed to still be, you know, in the in-laws house. So yeah. Okay, Kara, then. Okay, cool. Karen. I'll try to remember that. What I wanted to do. I need the so and is it MVM? No, Node version manager. Yeah, right. So it doesn't exist. So let's install it. Can I just do apt? I'm guessing there's like a, whoops. I think there's a script. Like, yeah, cool. Let's do that one. Let's make it bigger. Of course I did that. Okay, let's reopen it. Let's zoom, 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 zoom. Whoops. NVM. Cool. And now let's use 2412, I think it's. Let's go install. Cool. Cool. And I'm not a Node developer. I learn. I need to learn Go. I started building an app in Go before the holiday and it was fun. But now I need to, and I use AI to kind of like help me. I brainstorm a lot before, so I've kind of like had a good idea of what I wanted. But at some point I lost track of how it works and I was like, oh, like I need to spend time like doing like the basic stuff in Node and Go before. But I like so much learning stuff. Okay, so now we have Node. Cool. So let's close that terminal, reopen a new one. So I guess now if I do node-v, whoop. Cool. So if I do npm-i, should install a bunch of stuff. I think it did. When you create a profile, let me go back. Okay, so it's installed. So when I did create my profile, oh, I didn't change to it. Good call. Yeah, it's not. Let's change that. Apparence. Let's go move you here. Cool. It's dark. It's black. It's fine. Maybe I should use purple. I need to ask what was the theme that Jeff was using. I think it was pretty good looking. It was not too purple for when I do .NET, so I could use blue for like Node or something like that. I don't like, usually dark is pretty dark. The name of the team was Shadow of Purple. I think it was good. I think it was good looking. But today we don't do .NET, like net. It's Node. Well, it's low code, no code, but because I'm building the node, then like I'm involved in the code. TBD, good day. How are you? Okay, so Shadows of Purple is not the one that Jeff used. Oh yeah, it is purple. Everything that Jeff touches purple. And it's fine. I'm more in the blue. Though I like plenty of colors, but often it's not true. Like I like purple. When I was doing my when I was on Archie, I had a lot of purple and pink. One thing I like is using dark color and having kind of like a pinkish accent. I like that. Yeah, no, I think I was there when you asked, because I was asking if it was the official team of .NET, and he said no, and then we start chatting about, like, you know, if it was official, then, you know, there's so much red tape. Hey TBD, did you have a good holiday? How was your holiday, mister? Did you have time to play a few games? Are you because in your name I always call you TBD, but there's gamer. So did you play a bit? I think you did the other day talk about Stony about playing racing game, right? What I wanted to do. I'm in my head, man. Okay. So I have this. So now I need to npm build. I forgot what it is. Let's go in my notes. Run build. Cool. Oh, maybe I should explain like what. But I want to show you, and then like we'll look, because I'm in the middle of like migrating that hello world, that first hello world. I did the tutorial on n8n, so I did the NASA. Is it out? No, I feel like it's NASA, you say. Whatever, the space stuff to get image. So I did that, and now I'm in the middle of like convert it to Reka. Oh, okay. Okay, changing job. NASA. Okay, so I compile. No, that's not what I was looking for. In here, I compile my stuff. So now I need to create a link. So it's npm link. If I double check in my notes. Yeah, I need to do that. Yay! Voila, like this. Yeah, I know, I didn't enter my credential. Maybe if I use my new emote, it will be better. McNet, you landed. That's cool. You know, little score, but that's cool. Okay, so now we do this. So that packages stuff, and now we need to go in here and. The thing is, here there's no yet n8n. Whoop, my mouse is going funky. Oh, that's a cool. So we need to create. It's just super fast. We need to create. I want to create that path. The n8n and custom. So I will clear, and let's do make deer, and then n8n. Yep, and then make deer. I could have put like the full path. I was lazy here, right? Cool. So now I could cd into that. Nice. And now I need to do I think I need to do that. So like there's a few things I don't know. Like in the tutorial they say I need to do like a npm init in there. So npm init, but I don't get the purpose of it, because like you keep it like with the default stuff, and I feel like after I will override everything, so I kind of feel weird. Bonk! Oh, sorry, that was loud probably. So now what I want to do is bring this. So I need to bring this. That's the name of my custom node. So Frank, you're on Linux here. So it's Control Shift. So now I do npm link and specify that container name. So now it brings a bunch of stuff. So now we have this. So instead of packaging my node and importing it, doing so is easier because we'll keep changing that, and then we'll have just like a link. So now what we can do is start a container, but like I said, this should work, because here I'm just doing like, hey, n8n custom, but it doesn't. If I do that, my component won't be there. And if I do this, that one here, and I do custom node module, and it, like I go more specific, right? Go node module, blah, blah, blah. Here, node module, then it works. But I don't know why it works and not the other one. Also, let's start Podman. I'm not sure if Podman start by default on this machine. I think no, because it's a laptop. Oh, I'm not sure it's running. So now I could run this. I forgot how to put the specific registry. Settings, registry, GitHub, and guess what? You go there. Oh, I could go secrets. I could go secrets, so I feel more like, you know, special. I thought I needed to use like a key. Cool. So let's come back here. Let's give it a try again. Let's clear that first. Oh, it's not the default, maybe? I need to specify the... I thought there was a way to say go there. Who landed? McNet 82. Come on, McNet. That's a good score. I need to land. You left me all behind. Let's go with like some pissed emoji. Oh, sorry, I missed the chat on. I think it's going to rain. There's a lot of cloud. You know what, Canran? I can make it rain. I can make it rain. But you hear the... I'm assuming you hear the rain. Can you? I forgot if like when I did my setup, if I brought back the sound of that. I think yes. I think you must hear the rain right now. Maybe I should keep it that way, so it's less cloud. I know there's a lot of cloud right now. It's because there's cloud also part of the drop game. Let's bring the sun again. No? Or did I crash? Did it crash? Snow. Yeah, it should be snow. I think it crashed. Oh no. Is CB still there? CB is there, but for some reason the sun is not coming back. It's sun, right? I thought it was sun. Well, I'm not hiding anything. I'm just looking at the code. Yeah, no, nah, cloud. But even rain is not here. Let's go check in the code. And this. And the index here, maybe? Where did I define all those commands? Here. Okay, bye, talk, cloud. Rain? Yeah, it's sun. So I guess we're blocked.
Hello, hi. How are you today?
See you on Friday, mister. Well, I hope the rain is not too strong on your side. We'll keep the rain. For some reason, apparently CB is stuck in Oh no, that's the, maybe if I try again, if I do rain, if I do sun, doesn't look like it's coming back. There's probably like a bunch of logs. Okay, focus, Frank, come on. Yeah, okay, so I was here, Docker compatibility, it's enable. So what I need to do is do this, and here I need to do Docker, whoops, cap lock, docker.io / like this. Okay. There's a way to, I could have asked AI. npn run start. Well, if I had installed it locally, I could just do npm and it will start. But on my side, what I want to do is start that container. So right now, container now is started. So if I go in my browser and I do localhost and then I do 5680, I think it was the port. Now I have n8n, so I could do my little email. So let's go with Frank Reka. We'll go Frankie boy, and then password. Cool. Do this. I'll skip that. Excellent. Why not? So now, if I do this, I could click, put the manual trigger. Right, then we can save that as my test workflow. Boom. So now if I search here, I should be able to see Reka. There it is. I see it. And I'm very happy about it. I know it's I'll be careful, put your sunglasses. I'm about to put it in light theme. I know, but if I go light, I save it, then it's like super clear. And now if I search for Reka, now see the logo now is black. Before it was white. Little things, right? I feel like I'm like Stoney. I'm like paying attention to details. It bugs me though that it's not coming back. Okay, so settings. Okay, so now we have that. So we could do Reka, but like I said, right now I'm in the middle of converting. So if I click on that, now I have two action, and I have like get the photo of the day. I forgot like what A mean. Oh, astronomy picture of the day. This. So like, you know, with like the credential and stuff. So we still have work to do. I think credential should work correctly though. Cool. So like, you know, see the API is there. But like now we need to change the resources and we need to change the operation. And that's what we are. So, and we took a lot of time to do that. So now that you see this, you see the logo, you see that we had two actions. So this get astronomy picture of the day as 3 resources. No. Custom API call. Okay. So there's those two. So okay, so there's 2 resources. And if I pick that one, there's there's get, and I can add field, I can add the date. And if I go for Mars rover photos, I have a get, I have a few option here, and yeah. So it works. So I'm running in my environment. So now let's look at to the code a little bit more to understand what's happening. Since I didn't land it yet on the target, let's try again with this one. CB, please bring me luck. Doesn't look good. So let's look at the code. Where is my VS Code? Voila. So I don't have to run, I don't have to package it. So I will have to learn how to package properly and like import it. But right now I need to do so much back and forward that that's why I'm running this way. And like I said also before, I still don't understand that volume mount stuff. You know, if I shut down right now the container and recreate it, but using this mapping instead of the volume, it won't work. We won't find the module. So I'm not sure why. I'm guessing it's me that don't understand how the link work. I think it's just that. You all land except me. That's not fair. Okay, so let's go over the code. I will. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything. Okay, so in this folder here, there's node. Inside node, there's a node module Reka. You see that? I can make it bigger. Whoa, whoa. Okay, let's try again. So inside node, there's Reka. Why it's so buggy? It was not doing that before. And inside that Reka, there's Reka node, where we specify a few things, mostly docs and the name of that node. And then we have the TypeScript, and there's a few things here. So here, for example, so important thing is that name here of the class need to match the name of the file, and the name need to match this, but with lowercase. At least lowercase at the beginning. I think it can be like higher. I'm not sure. By default, I think I put everything lowercase. I think I will have to look anyway at existing node to understand more complex pattern, because the simple like I was using was very simple. And for example, all the parameters were all part of the query string, and for my call for Reka's API, I will have to pass it part of the body. So I definitely will have to learn that part. But good thing, all the components are open source, so you could have a look and understand how it works. So yeah, so here I'm doing this. I'm specifying like it's a transform, meaning it's not trigger, and then like you could put subtitle and description and the default name, input output. Like I didn't go in the details of everything. I just kind of like fill the blank. One thing, when you follow the tutorial, this is missing, it generates an error, so I'm guessing the tutorial is not up to date. And also it was complaining that it was missing a test. Oh no, I think it's not here, I think it's in the credential. After that, what we need to change is here. Like, remember we had resources, so we have astronomy picture of the day and Mars rover. So those are the thing we need to change. So here could be like submit a clip request, and here like get the status or something like that. And then those, so the default will be this one. Okay. And after that, for operation, you specify when it's used. So here, like it show when the resource is this, and the operation will be get, and like you have the details and part of the URL. And the other operation, that's for Mars rover. You have that, you have this, blah, blah, blah. And those are required. So all those were required. And after that, there's the optionals. But a lot for me will be that they put everything in the query string for that thing. Everything is the query string. Like I think I saw it earlier here. So request, that's the query string, and it put this in the query string. So our date will be equal to then the value you pass. But for me, nothing is in the query string, so I will have to fix that, because, or like I will have to look at how to do that, because I'm passing it into the body. You know, if we look into, if we go to, is it still open? No. docs.reca.ai. If we go, let's go clip generation, since it's the first one. So submit a job, that's the one. So we do a post. Right? So this is my, it's a little bit small. Let's make it bigger, 200%. So yeah, so that's my URL. So I need to pass the security key also. So it's not part of the query string either. So I'll have to check that. And then I have to pass this part of the body. So I'll have to understand how to do that. Shouldn't be that difficult. Not sure we'll do it today though, because I'm looking at the time, and maybe we can investigate. So yeah, so we have this, and the other thing I want to okay, so this is how it is, and then we go, if we look up at the top. So the name is Reca, and credentials, because we need credentials, it's using Reca API. And if we go in the folder credentials, sorry, we have Reca API, And inside Reka API, we have the class name Reka API, again matching this, but the name need to start by a lowercase, and so that name is the name we use in the other class. Same idea with the icon. Even like so, looking at the tutorial on the n8n side, there was no icon for the credential, so it was like, it didn't like it, the validation, the schema, I forgot how it's called on TypeScript or Node or whatever, but like it was complaining, so I added the icon. So I put I put the icon here instead, because on the doc it says to put the icon inside, like beside the JSON and TypeScript file, same. So I was like, well, you know, I think it's better there, so I have it only once. And then I have the documentation. I will have to change that because right now it's using in the tutorial, they say, yeah, just put this for now and like change it later when you do like something real. And right now, see, like, so one thing also that I had was, if you keep it, that's a string. So when you type, you know, in here, when you had your node, if I do Reka, let's go Mars rover. So here, if I type, now it's masked, but the way it let you do it in the tutorial, it's like type string, it's clear text. So you need to add this type option password true, so it's masked. And then also it was complaining the validation because you need a test. So right now I just did that, had a test. And to be able to do that, you need to import also the module interface. Not the module, it's an interface. So now, what we could do is try to understand so here the thing is, when you try to authenticate, it's passing in the query string API key and then like this. I don't want that, right? If we look to the docs, I need to do X API key inside the header. So I need to learn that, how to do that. So this, and then I think it's n8n io / n8n. No. No. Okay, n8n GitHub. Oh, -io. I should have thought about that. Okay, so let's go in developer mode so we could do search. Because if we go here, when we go into, I think, package and then extension source, no, it's not extension, and core, no, oh, node base, and then you go, so credential will be here, and then the node will be here, so you have all the nodes. So if you want to know how it works, you could just open it, but let's focus on the credential. So now we have a bunch of credentials. So I was thinking we could just do a search. No. I could do a search for like the for what I need for this. See if someone else is using it. So if I do this and I search, Entropic. Oh, cool. Yeah, I should have checked Entropic. They will do what I want, right? Yeah. Entropic API is exactly what I want to kind of do. Okay, so Entropic API. Okay, let's clean that up. If I go file again, and now if I go wait, what? I'm not looking at a good place to see Entropic stuff. That's weird. I shouldn't have closed the package. n8n. Node LangChain credential test. Okay. So it was LangChain. Because earlier I was like, well, I didn't see Entropic. So I think it's something like that I need to do. So authenticate, property, generic, header. Oh, that's it. I just need to do that. Right, everything is exactly the same, but instead of like doing query string, I do header. Right, like this. And now I put this. And that's it. That was easy. I'm getting tired. Oh man. Okay, so we have that. There's no way to really try it until we have our first thing. So if I go here, we'll have two resources. So we have, if we go check into the docs, we have create clip. And the second one will be get clip status. Okay. And default would be create clips. Cool. So now in the operation, let's say for the create clip, we have a get. It's just a get. No, it's a get or a post. No, it's a post. Oh, I'm capped. I was like, why? I keep removing it. Create a clip job on Reka side. The method will be post. And the URL is this. So the other operation is get this clip status. Well, here I need more stuff. I think I need more stuff. For the same operation, I need to have... Yeah. I need to put stuff, so... Okay, let's keep it that way for now, but just because most of the day was just like this and there was no parameter, I'm guessing. That's why, like, that's it, right? Yeah, there's nothing else. We'll have to put more for that one. Okay, but let's work on the second one then for now. For the get clip status, for this one here. So the options are, that one, it will be a get. And that one, it's in the query string. Oh, cool. So here it's get. Okay. So display name here will be job ID, I guess. And it's just ID. So we'll call it job ID here. And here it will be ID. No, it's not requests. It will be query string, right? What is it? So it's not routing what it is. Oh no, it's routing requests. Okay. Then I need to bring the query string in it. Okay, like that. And now, is it value? I guess it is. Okay. Default. Get clip status. Okay, so this one I don't need it. Let's put it in comment. And the other one I don't need it either. Let's put it in comment. It's it make me smile that the last comma, like it doesn't generate errors or anything. It just kind of like, yeah, there's a trailing comma and that's fine. Feels weird. Okay, so let's see first if it compiles. So if we do this, look like it does. So now I think I can just, I'm not sure if I need to do again the, let's do it because I'm not sure. So now I could do run, no, npm link. Didn't need to be capital. Voila. So now I could go in my terminal and I could run again the command this. Cool. And then I do podman restart and it's n8n dash dev. No? What? Oh, the container stopped. What? No. Oh no. Okay. The container is not running. Interesting. Okay. Container is not running, I'm not sure why. So we can do then just start, not restart. So now if we go back in, we can go here, we can look for Reka, and now we should have Reka clip and get clip status. We're making progress. So now if I click this one, we had more, what is it again? Operation. So if we go here, we have our credential and we have a resource. I have get clip status. The other one is create clip, so that's good. Now the operation is get. I'm not sure I need that. I feel like it's whatever. And then the job ID. So I could say 1, 2, 3. That's cool. So what got you playing in n8n? I do a lot of automation activity. In the past, I used a lot Logic Apps, Azure Logic Apps, Power Platform, biz talk. So I always have like a bunch of automation. And I was like, I heard of n8n for a long time, but I'd never had the time to play, or like for, it was not a good investment working at Microsoft. I like, well, why would I go there when I have Logic Apps and I have like Power Platform and everything? So I was doing most of my work there. But now at Rec, I was like, I think it's a good time. And the thing I really like also is I can run it locally. So that's pretty cool. So what I'm trying to do right now, I already did it because like it's just API calls, right? I did it. So for you and I, that's easy. You just do API calls and that's just like you do your stuff. But like for someone less technical, like to know the URL and how to pass the thing and stuff like that, it's a bit more complex. So this here, or you just say, oh, the job ID, and then you will be picking the value from here and it will go automatically there. You don't need to know the URL. You don't need to have like how to set up the things. That would be cool. So I thought it would be like a nice way to have people with less technical skills to be able to use it. Cool. But it's a great tool, honestly. Like, are you using it? Or are you asking? You're just curious? So I think that will be it for today, though. Yeah, I think it will be it for today. Oh, you don't have, yeah. And one thing that is pretty cool now is there's a AI node. That's also part of the thing I want to do. Is right now, like, there's a lot of demand for the clipping stuff at Reka, so that's why I'm treating that one in priority, kind of. But after that, there's a smart node. So I could go here and put AI, and you have an agent. So now if I close that, I have, how do I move like this? So now I have an agent, so I could put my chat model, I could put the memory, all the tools I want. So I could say, hey, every time I have an email, read the email. Let's say you're looking for a job. So it's okay, every time I have an email, if it's for a job, then like check the salary, blah, 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 blah. And then automatically reply, or like book a meeting right away or something like that. So you could use AI there. What I want to do is, if you do here your model, there's a lot of model, but Reka is not there. Can I put Reka there? How can I put Reka there? So like that's kind of like what I was interested into. Because I think Reka right now beats everyone that is there. For example, for the video stuff, I think Reka is faster and better. Like, chat probably like, OpenAI or whatever, like the last model, what was it? Like, was it Claude? That just the last model during the holiday? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're more recent. They're like fine. But anyway, so I just thought it would be cool to have that there. But it's cool. I like it. So you could do many things with it. What I do right now is I use it to collect data on my repository. So when you go on a repo on GitHub, come on, it shows you like your analytics for like the past 14 days, I think. But then after that, you lose them. So like what I do now is like I collect them and save them somewhere. So I will be able to get back in time. I do the same for YouTube, and I think I may bring other things. So at Reka, we're not using my my URL shortener. we're using something else, so like I will bring also that, and the goal is to be able to say, okay, like when we did that event or that video, it did have an impact in GitHub, like bringing more people. Cool. Like there was a lot of like issue created, so like that was good because that was what we were looking, let's say, or like there was a lot of PR, so it was good, like not a lot of issue, so proc was good enough. So you know, try to understand after that all the data. So right now, like I use it a lot for collecting. Yeah. Okay, so let's go get cracking. It's been a while I didn't talk about get cracking. They did the cool release during the holiday, just haven't before the holiday. So that's cool. We did a lot of cleaning. I think that will work. I'm pretty excited about that. I was expecting something complex, and that was easy. But I didn't test it yet, so maybe it was easy because it's not working. Okay, we'll stage this. We'll put that. Let's AI add curriculum. Oh yeah, that's good. And I'll push that so I can get it back on my other computer, and that would be good. And I didn't land today. Man, should I try it one more time and after that we'll wrap it up? Let's try. Which icon should I use? Let's use this one and see if Co bring me luck. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think yes, if sorry butt doesn't bump me. No, just beside again. I did that a few times today where I was landing just beside the target. Yay! Some digital friends that landed. Excellent. Let's wrap up the stream. Have a look. So today we worked on the new project that I need to put into CB so it will know better with it. n8n node Reka. It is already available on GitHub, but there's no description, there's no nothing. Thank you, TBD2, for joining us. It was very appreciated. All of you today. We had a lot of friends looking and joining and asking questions. Always very appreciated. It started very well 2026. And yeah, I need to flip the screen so I don't look like I'm looking outside. The score of the day, TBD score 0, just like me, and then GT with 69, Sardi Dev 80, Mechnet 82. So Mechnet win today. The biggest loser, it's me. Well, yeah. Super participant, 9 drops. I try. I really did try. Oh my god. And you have all the show notes that are there. Talk about the... Were you there when I was speaking about TBD? When I speak about my Traefik and Cloudflare setup that I did during the holiday? Let's do hide to remove this. I did a nice blog post. Pretty happy about my my setup, so now I can expose stuff that dynamically using Cloudflare and Traefik. So I just had containers on my home server, my little mini PC, and I can expose them without changing any routing or anything, and it's totally secure. And now the next step, because I did open 2d6 dungeon, because 2d6 is playable now. Yes. I'm willing to share the URL with you if you're interested. there's no user or anything, so that's why right now I don't want to share to everybody. So my next step is to add a key cloak in this, so I could limit the person who get in. But 2d6 now, it runs, there's a Docker Compose file on the GitHub repo, you run that and it'll generate all the container you have, and it's playable. Is it a great? No, it's a beta version, but it's playable. That's great. So who should be, like, should we be rating someone? I think we should try. Who's streaming?
Not sure.
You know what? Like we could see, we could join. We're not a lot of people though, but we could have a look, see Mr. Chris or Adams. I didn't know you were still there, Stony. Yeah, we're just 5. I feel like we could do that. We could go see. Stay with me. I don't raid often, so let's try that. Did I did it right? I think I did. Cool. So I will see you all on Friday. Thank you again for joining for this 2-hour stream. Not sure what we'll be working on Friday. Maybe we'll continue this if like make progress and it's fun, or maybe we'll get back to other project. But until then, have fun. Let's join Mr. Chris and see you soon. Where is my mouse? Where is my mouse? Voila. Bye, everybody.